Good afternoon, I'm Debbie, and we're keeping it simple today with Testa's Pantry. We're making bruschetta. Bruschetta is a self-pleaser or a crowd pleaser, depending upon your mood and who you have coming over. So for this small amount that I'm making, I've used 3 seeded and cored Roma tomatoes. And I take the seeds out because the seeds create a little bit too much juice for bruschetta, and you want to keep it fairly solid. You know, you don't want to make it too juicy, because then it will just make a mess of your toast. It'll make a mess of your bruschetta. So you take the seeds out, and it's not too difficult. It's about the thing that takes the most amount of time, except dicing them after you've taken the seeds out. Now what you want to do is dice the tomatoes so that they're small. You want to make it so that it's easy to spread on a piece of toast. So what I'm going to show you is, this is about the size that you want to make it. So we're putting these into a bowl. Got a few more to cut here. Yay, there we go. Okay, so now this is about the size that you want to make it. See that little piece right there? Okay, so we're putting these diced tomatoes, Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes have less juice and they have more depth to them and more body. So it makes for a really nice bruschetta. And for each Roma tomato, we're going to mince a clove of garlic. So I have here some garlic. It's minced, and in addition to, that was 2 good-sized cloves. So that's more than enough for these 3 tomatoes. And then I'm shiffered some basil, and I'm putting that in as well. This is really simple, and you can do it in a flash. It doesn't take much time at all. So in addition to that, we're going to need some salt. And that's about enough. And a little bit of pepper, just to give it a little bit of spice. There's your pepper. Now I'm going to take our Nocellara. Just a little bit of oil, you don't need a lot. So for the 2 tomatoes, I'm going to put in a couple of teaspoons. There's 1. Just 2. That's all we'll need in there. We mix it up really well, and it looks absolutely beautiful. See how pretty that is? Okay, we want to make sure we mix it well. We don't want just clumps of garlic, but the garlic you add is essential. That gives it a lot of flavor. And that's what makes a true bruschetta. The basil just gives it some color, and basil and tomatoes just naturally go together. All right. So there's our toast, and I think I went a little bit overboard. I toasted them just a touch too much, but that's okay. You're supposed to toast them lightly, and I put the timer on for a little too long. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to scrape off some of this black stuff. And what that does is then it won't taste burnt. We don't want anything burnt. Okay, so we have the bruschetta. Now I'm going to take a clove of garlic that's been cut in half, and I'm going to take the cut end and I'm going to rub it on the toast. It melts in, and it's just, you want to do it on your hot toast. It really gives it a lovely flavor. You can do it on one side or you can do it on both sides, whatever your preference. I'm going to do it on one side. I should do it on 2 sides because I burnt the toast. But there we go. I'm going to take that piece off. There. And then it won't taste so bad. All right. And now I'm going to put in, now you take our Nocellara extra virgin olive oil. This is a single grove grown extra virgin olive oil. Put a little bit into a dish. And we're going to take our brush, and we're going to brush some, not a lot, just a little bit, onto each piece of toast that has been rubbed with garlic. And now we take and top it, the toast, with the bruschetta. It looks lovely. So there we go. We put a little bit on each piece. You don't want a ton of it, but I don't know. To me, the more you put on, the better. It just gives it it's a great flavor. It's a great snack. It's a great preliminary, appetizer, or just a snack. There you go. That's bruschetta. And enjoy.